Hello, trading is closed on October 31st, 2019. We'll go over our calls. Yesterday, we hit a new all-time high and futures were up when I made the recording. I didn't make a call specifically for today other than saying today had the early low, which we did. And I said if we gapped down smartly at the open, there was a good chance the high of this leg was in and all the bulls up here would be trapped. Well, we didn't gap down smartly, but we did gap down and drop in a straight line under all these lows, which often would be just as good. And the bears had a great chance here to follow through, and instead, they made a good recovery, which makes this break suspect unless we take this out early tomorrow. Tomorrow's pattern has the early high. The first move after the FOMC is supposed to tell you where you're going to go, and that was down. Then we had this rally leg, and this leg is supposed to be bigger. It obviously wasn't, and now we've gone enough over it that I'm just going to forget about that rule. During the day, MEJT said this rally would retrace and this drop would retrace, and that's already happened. Well, here's what we said. We said if we gap down, today's high was probably it. And gapping and moving in a straight line down is just about as good. But we still have a possible top, but we have to undercut some of these lows. And until we do, we just can't be certain that that's all she wrote. That's still holding. Transport's dropped again, so far it's working. Well, we had this rising wedge, and we said that was a possible end when we hit the apex, and then we dropped. There are all kinds of ways to count this. This could be the end of blue B. This could be the end of blue A. Could be the end of blue B. This could be an AB, and this next drop could be C. But it's not the only way to count it. Now here's the problem. We had a new high, broke under not only all these highs, broke under all these lows, and all we had to do was hold it at the close. Instead, we recovered over all these prior lows, and that's rejection of the break. Now tomorrow's open can substitute for today's close. So if we open down here tomorrow, it's a valid break. But if we don't, then the break failed, and we'll probably see higher prices. And the employment reports coming out an hour before the open, so we don't have to guess. We should know if that's going to break or not. Well, here's what I have. Friday's pattern has the early high. Typically, it's a rally day with a high a day in the final hours. Failures is a straight line drop. Today's low stopped at a support level based on someone else's work, and we couldn't hold on to the break under prior lows. The high yesterday should fall at some point because we broke it in futures. And the bears still have a good chance to start a down leg here. But they have to undercut this low, ideally, you have to undercut it early, ideally by gapping under it. And if they can't, I think we're going up tomorrow. It doesn't mean we have to close up, but that's what I think is more likely than not. Now the gap down's possible because we have a wall into the close. Can never predict what's going to happen with the employment report tomorrow. I don't like to guess. We'll have to see where we open. All we have to do to say that's the high of this leg in regular trading hours is to gap under this. But if we don't, I expect to see the typical rally day. Could be an all-day rally. And we should know before the open which of those things will happen, and that's today's call.